Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, welcome to my channel. Today I wanted to talk to you guys about why I decided to leave bedside nursing. And like most of my videos, whenever I'm sitting in my car talking, I have to have food with me. So today we have a Sonic Blue Powerade, and we have the crispy chicken sandwich from Sonic as well, with no American cheese. It's just mayo, lettuce, and chicken on it. I love these sandwiches and I love Sonic, so that's what I was feeling today. I have zero direction for this video. I didn't even make like a Q&A question box or anything. I just was going to yap, if that's okay with y'all. If y'all don't mind me yapping, that's basically what's about to happen. But I'm starving. It's literally 2:10 and I am so hungry, so I'm gonna start eating and then let's talk. If you didn't know, I did leave bedside nursing. If you follow me on other social media, you might have seen some of my posts about it. This would probably raise some questions because it wasn't necessarily something I planned to do, but it was also something I planned to do at the same time. So I guess I'll take you guys back in time. I was at the bedside for a little over 2 years and I loved it. I have nothing negative to say about the job that I had or my unit or anything. So if you came here for like tea, there's not really a bunch of tea. I was very happy there and very thankful for the time that I had there. So yeah, I'm gonna say that first. But yeah, I started there a little over 2 years ago. I did do night shifts by choice. Day shift positions were available to me to come over. Honestly, at any point after like a couple months, like they were totally like, yeah, do you wanna come to days? Do you wanna try days? Pretty much the whole time. So it wasn't necessarily that. I was definitely very tired of doing night shifts. I prefer the night shift as far as like vibes go, as far as pay goes, as far as like the structure and the environment and like less visitors and like that part. Loved night shift. I did do a little bit of day shifts just to help out the day shift, and also like for overtime I did a few day shifts, and honestly all of my day shifts were really good too. I have nothing to complain about as far as how day shift went besides the paychecks. But I did decide my night shift career needed to end, so I did keep in mind that I would be taking a pay cut like permanently. So that was something that was like kind of in my head since probably last fall. I do struggle with like, I think like kind of seasonal depression, honestly, with night shift nursing, because during the holidays when it's really dark and you're doing night shifts, it can be so hard. Like you never see the sun because it's so dark. You're missing out on all the holidays with your friends and family while they're off, and like it sucks. Like working holidays is hard. I knew I was going to be working holidays going into it, so like don't come at me for saying that I knew what I was doing. I did know what I was doing, but it doesn't make it not hard, okay? During the fall and winter, I definitely was like thinking about how long I wanted to do bedside nursing for, and that's all it was. It was just like a little bit of a thought. And also coming back from my wedding and having 2 weeks off of PTO and like feeling settled post-wedding, it was kind of like, what am I doing next was like in my head. So the thing that was next for us was to buy a house, like no matter what. So we did. So we did buy a house. In January we found the house. It was a new build, so we had to wait for it to be finished, but we actually closed on it in March, and so we've been living at that house. And then in March when we moved into the house, I started having an hour commute to my hospital, just for night shift. For day shift it wasn't bad because the traffic was fine, but night shift could not get to work. So I knew, I was like, I need to either go to day shift like ASAP or I need to find a different job. And I don't know, I just was like, what if I explore in the area for other jobs? If not, I'll take a day shift spot. If I find something, then I'll leave. And so school nursing has kind of been on my agenda of things that I might want to try. Fertility clinic nursing was also on my agenda of things I want to try. So I kind of thought about both of those things. The downside for fertility clinics is like, I live in Texas, there's not a whole lot of them compared to other states, and I do worry about the politics surrounding it. I'm very, very, very pro-choice, but Texas is very much not, and so I am worried for like what potential laws could affect my career within fertility nursing, whereas school nursing I felt a little safer. So I did apply to quite a few schools, 8 schools to be exact, and some of them just mostly ghosted me. I did interview for one school district and they told me that they would get back to me about like all the schools I applied to within their district, and I just like never heard anything. I did follow up with them, and then they offered me like a flex position where I could basically float between schools. Like it wouldn't be a substitute position because I would be full-time still, but I just would not be at one campus, which honestly sounded pretty great because then I wouldn't be responsible for one campus. So I did keep that one as an option. And then I interviewed for this other school district, an elementary school that's literally 20 minutes from my house. And I was like, that's perfect. But that school also has 1,100 kids. So do I want to take a very busy school that has 1,100 kids where I'm the only nurse, there's no aide or any support for me? Or do I want to be a flex nurse and like jump around other schools in the area? And I actually decided to take a leap of faith and take the elementary school that had a lot of kids, which sounds crazy, but the people there were so kind to me. I felt like in my interview, I felt like at peace. I felt like I really vibed with the principal, with the staff, like with the environment. I just felt very secure, and like I haven't felt so sure about something in a long time, and so I decided to take that option. So I will be an elementary school nurse, which is so cool. After my orientation and shadowing day at the elementary school, I was like, I know it for sure. This is my new home, and I'm like, I just felt so affirmed. And I actually will be posting my video. I filmed that in May, and I will be posting that in like 2 weeks, I think. I forgot what my schedule is, but I will be posting that video. I do have footage of that, and you can just tell in the video, even when I was editing it, I edited it yesterday, and I saw like, you can just tell how affirmed and like safe I felt in my decision. And that's something that's been validating me as I've been going through this weird in-between jobs transition, because I did have like a 2-week break in between my jobs where I'm like, oh my gosh, what am I doing? So yeah, I'm so excited, y'all. I hope you guys love those videos, and it was so hard to keep it a secret. I literally had to keep it a secret from all my coworkers because like, obviously with school jobs you find out like really early, and there was no way I was gonna give like a 3 months notice or something crazy like that. And so I gave them a month's notice, but I didn't want to do like a crazy notice or anything because that's super awkward. But yeah, anyways, you guys will get to see that footage here in the next few weeks, so I'm really excited to share that with y'all. I love OB, and I was devastated to leave OB. I love working with the babies, and I was so sad to leave the babies. But at the same time, I do have a passion for kids. I do summer camp nursing with Camp Kesem. I've done that for 3 years now, and I absolutely love kids. They're resilient, they're wonderful, they're magical, they're sunshine. And going off the sunshine thing, I love my coworkers. My coworkers, I think, like me back or loved me back. I hope so. They were sad when I left, so I hope they loved me. But I felt sometimes like I was too like young spirited, and not young spirited as in being young, but young spirited as in like I have this youthful energy, like a childlike energy that I feel like other people didn't necessarily have the same as I did. Not that they were not nice, they were all very nice, but I feel like there's a difference between like nice and like energetic and like having this like cheerful charisma, that like I felt kind of like a black sheep, if that makes sense. And probably part of it is night shift, because like who wants to have crazy energy at 4 a.m? Just me, probably just me, and that's fine. But I feel like it is something that is really important to me to like be very cheerful and to be really optimistic and to like be sunshine for people, because some people just need that. Like, you don't know what other people are going through, and I feel like I've created a safe space for myself and for the people who are my friends and my family. They know that I'm gonna be like cheerfully supportive of them, that I'm gonna be their cheerleader, that like even if I'm having a bad day, I'm not gonna ruin your day by being pouty and grumpy and whatever. Like, I could be having the worst day ever and you're not gonna know, because I am going to share all the love in my heart and be super happy. And so yeah, that's something that like, that's just who I am, and I feel like that kind of energy belongs with the kids. Like, I don't know, it just felt right. It felt like as soon as I told like the people that I work with that I was like going into school nursing, everybody was like, that's perfect for you, it makes perfect sense, you're gonna love it, like congratulations. And like they were super supportive and happy for me. So yeah, it just felt right. It felt like it made sense. So that's part of it. And the big part of it is no weekends, no holidays, no summers. Like I get to have a hot girl summer every single summer. Like what a dream. I traveled so much this summer. Literally in May I went to Utah. In June I was summer camp nursing in West Virginia. I went to Dallas right after that. I went to Oregon for Olivia's wedding. I went to Seattle and I went to South Padre Island. Like I traveled so much, and that was with the job I had, so I'm not saying that like you can definitely travel at the bedside. Like bedside nursing is great when you can just schedule yourself and whatever, but I don't have to do that at all. Literally I can just go wherever I want all summer long. So that was huge. And then also I think about like our future, family planning, having kids, all of that. Having summers off with your kids is just such a blessing. Like I think that is so wonderful. That's just like time you'll never get back forever and ever and ever and ever and ever. Amen. So I just, yeah, I want to have summers off with my kids, and I want to have holidays off with my kids and with my family. And yeah, my mom is an educator, she's a teacher, so it was so nice getting to travel with my mom over the summers and have every holiday with my mom. And when I think about becoming a mom myself, that is something that's important to me. Okay, so now I'm gonna talk about the negatives of bedside nursing. And yeah, like I said, this is like no tea at my job. I bet some of my old coworkers, at least one of them, is probably watching this. So yeah, if you came here for tea, you came to the wrong place. But there are downsides, so let's talk about them. We were getting put on call kind of a lot, probably since the end of last fall to about early spring. And that's so hard as a night shift nurse. If you're a night shift nurse, you get it. You literally sleep all day, waste your entire day that you could have spent with family, friends, whatever, and then you don't even work. So that sucks. And then you feel like you have to stay awake in case you get called in, and you don't get called in, so you just don't get paid. And yeah, that was a huge thing. After that, they did try to find us a little bit of spots around our hospital, but then we were floating all the time, sometimes to the adult med-surg type field, sometimes to the NICU. I like going to the NICU for the most part, but it's not my unit, and I don't like going there all the time. Not gonna lie, I hate going to the adult side. I'm not an adult nurse. I don't like doing it. We didn't take care of patients. We were like basically CNAs over there, but like I signed up to be mother baby nurse, not to be a med-surg CNA. So I mean, it sucks. I know somebody's got to do it, and I mean, I don't mind helping, but it's definitely not the job that I applied for. So I hated doing that. And then sometimes we would purposely kind of hurt ourselves by like giving ourselves more patients so that we could put more people on call or float more people. And sometimes that ratio was just like not it for me. I felt like I couldn't give like the care that I wanted to give. I really want to like spend time with my patients, get to know them, make them feel special, and sometimes you just don't get time to do that. And I know that's not my hospital's fault. That's kind of like how nursing has been in the last recent few years at least, but it is unfortunate and it does suck. So that was a thing. But yeah, between that, the commute, and just kind of like finding something that felt right, I knew I needed to take a leap of faith and try something new. It's gonna be hard. I will be the only nurse. There will be nobody in the clinic to help support me or teach me or whatever. I do get to call the other nurses that are at the other campuses, but there's not somebody physically with me telling me what to do. Something that's challenging about school nursing is that even though the acuity tends to be lower, you still don't have like another coworker or something to like bounce ideas off of. Whereas like at the bedside, you could ask your charge nurse, you could ask your friends, you could say, what would you do in this situation? You really don't have that opportunity at the school, so you do have to come with a sense of confidence, kind of ready to do what you know how to do. So that can be something that will take like an adjustment period, learning the new charting systems, documentation, and obviously like those kids are not going to get to hang out with me and get to know me kind of basis, besides like the more chronic kids. So I do have to get used to kind of like that flow of like kid comes in real quick, give them an ice pack, they go, whatever kind of situation. So it'll be very, very different from the bedside, but I'm really looking forward to it. My hours are going to be 7 a.m. to like 3:40 p.m. so that's so nice. Like, what a dream. And yeah, it's like literally like less than 9 hours a day, for 5 days a week, and then having the entire summer off and all the holidays and all the weekends and 3-day weekends and all the things. So I'm so ready. I'm sure it'll be hard. I'm already having a little bit of anxiety dreams about it. Today is literally August 2nd. I start on August 6th, so it's Friday. I start on Tuesday, but the kids don't come until August 20th. So I do have like a little gap, and I'm already getting anxiety dreams about like talking to parents and like figuring stuff out. Some of the parents are already emailing me, asking me if they can drop medications off, and I'm like, please wait till August, later August, until Tuesday at least, so that I can be there. But yeah, the benefits of working at the school district are so much better than the benefits at the hospital. Working for a school district is going to save me a lot of money in that department. And as far as pay, because everybody was like, pay cut, pay cut, pay cut, pay cut. Let me tell you, it is a pay cut, but it's hardly a pay cut. It was about the exact same pay cut I would have taken if I went from night shift to day shift to go from night shift to school nursing. Like, that was such a no-brainer to me. Like, why would I not go to the school district then? Every single person that I've told that I'm gonna be a school nurse is like, oh, then what does your husband do? What? I'm so grateful for my husband. My husband's wonderful. He is a data engineer. Yes, he makes more money than me. He makes a lot more money than me. So I'm addressing the elephant in the room there. It is a pay cut. And yes, he does make more money than me. So I do have the privilege of being able to take a pay cut, and I am very grateful for it. I don't take it for granted. So please don't come at me about that part. But it's hardly a pay cut, guys, for real. Like, look into it in your area, because I live in Texas, and Texas is not always the greatest state to live in. And if I can get paid about the same, maybe you can too in your area. So definitely look into it. As far as deciding between elementary, middle school, and high school, I was preferencing elementary because I want the earliest hours possible, and I just think elementary sounds really fun. So I was pushing that way. I was definitely open to middle school, but a little intimidated with the idea of high school just because I'm 26 years old. I think I still look like a baby. And I don't want to get bullied by high schoolers, so I didn't want to do high school, but I'm really excited to be doing elementary school. I already have so much stuff for my clinic. I cannot wait to show you guys the decorations and like all of the cutesy stuff that I got for it, because that is something I've been so excited about. Literally, like, my Roman Empire right now is like decorating my clinic. I'm finally adjusting to life off of the night shift. I quit about 2 weeks ago, so I'm actually like getting sleep and like turning into a normal human, which I feel amazing. And then I've also started experiencing, which people like said was a thing when I started night shift, and I didn't believe them, and it never happened to me, the night shift nausea. I really like never experienced that ever until recently. I started getting it on the daytime, and I think it was because I was used to working night shift. So then during the day, if I didn't sleep well, I would be really nauseous. I'm not generally a nauseous person, but experiencing the nausea and stuff was kicking my butt. Just, I never felt good going anywhere. Like, if I was dressing up for an event, I had to put on so much makeup, and I still just didn't feel like myself. I didn't feel pretty when I would dress up. I just felt like this like exhausted like potato sack. I don't even know. And I'm just ready to not feel like an exhausted potato sack. I don't know what else to say. Even when I did day shifts, like, I felt better, but I still felt like I had to recover after work, and I just don't want a job where I feel like I have to recover from it in order to feel like a human being. Like, I get being tired is one thing. Night shift tired and being tired, though, are like two different ball games. So yeah, I'm really hoping, and I'm already starting to feel really good. I have like really good energy. I don't take anything to help me sleep at night. I've been waking up like without any issues. I've been sleeping like 7 hours a night, basically, like naturally on my own, and I just feel amazing. Like, I've never felt better. in my whole life. Just kidding. But ever since like the last few years, honestly. So I just feel like I'm getting my color back, and I just want to be like a human being again, so I'm really excited. But yeah, I think that's kind of it for today's video. Like, I don't really have tea. I just kind of felt like I wanted to explain myself, and I knew that would be longer than just like inserting this into like a vlog, so that's why I decided to make this little video on its own. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I do want to make maybe like a pros and cons of bedside nursing or leaving the bedside or whatever Q&A type video like a couple months from now when I've experienced a non-bedside job. So I'll definitely plan on doing something like that. If you want to leave questions for that video, feel free to comment them down below and I'll start answering those questions in that video. I'll probably put up like an Instagram question box around that time as well, so make sure you're following me on Instagram so that you guys can ask me questions around the time that I'm filming that video. And I also am trying to bring my channel back to life and be a little bit more regular now that I'm feeling more human and not feeling like crap. So I'm posting every single Thursday in August. You guys probably saw my video last week. Today is the second Thursday and there are 5 Thursdays in August. So definitely subscribe to my channel down below so that you don't miss any of those videos. But yeah, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for supporting me. I'm super sad to leave mother baby nursing. I loved my specialty. I loved my coworkers. I'm so thankful for the environment that raised me, that taught me, that gave me the confidence to feel able to leave. So I have no bad vibes coming from there. I'm very, very, very thankful from the bottom of my heart. They threw me the sweetest going away party. You guys will see that in next week's video. I will be posting my last mother baby nurse vlog next week. So you guys will see that then. And yeah, they spoiled me and made me feel really special and I'm just very appreciative. So yeah, all the love to my coworkers out there in mother baby. But anyways, if you guys watch this whole video, comment some teal heart emojis down below. And don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel down below if you haven't already. It helps me out a ton when you guys subscribe to my channel, so please do it. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you for being here and I so look forward to my new content.